We have got an Alberta writer, Shelley Arnusch, here. She has published her first children's book, Too Many Teddies. Now, Arnusch was born and raised in the Edmonton area in St. Albert and currently lives in Calgary. She is here this morning to talk about her book. So welcome, Shelley. Happy to have you here.
Well, thank you for having me.
And now, you're also a contributor to several publications. You're a magazine writer. You write for Avenue Magazine, WestJet In Flight, other publications. What propelled the idea to do a children's book?
It's a bit of a departure based on the other kind of writing stuff that I do. But, you know, I've always been a huge reader. I grew up, I was like one of those kids that went to the library and brought home like a stack, you know, and then just sat there and went through. So, yeah, you know, I've always loved children's books. I love reading to kids. And I think I just kind of was inspired to the idea of, you know, a little girl with so many teddies she couldn't even sleep in her own bed kind of inspired me. And I just kind of took it and went from there. And this is what came out of that idea. So.
Well, there you go. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, I think, as I mentioned, it's about a little girl, and she is, you know, she loves teddy bears and stuffies, and she just starts to accumulate a lot of them. People keep buying them for her. So I think, as I've talked to a lot of parents, I guess this is, you know, kind of something that a lot of people can relate to. But yeah, so anyways, she ends up with so many that it kind of gets to a ridiculous point where she can't sleep in her own bed, and when they go out as a family, like the teddies are like crowding out the minivan and stuff like that. And so basically, she comes up with a solution, which is to take the teddies to the park and give them away to kids who wanted them.
Aww.
And at the beginning, when she gets home, it makes her a little sad because she kind of misses all her best friends, you know. And then her mom's like, no, you know, you made a lot of kids happy. You should think about that. And the result is, the next day when she wakes up, her mom had invited all the kids from the park to come to her house and have a big teddy bear picnic.
Nice.
So she ends up making a lot of new friends because she was generous. So.
And that's a really nice underlying message.
I think
for
so.
kids.
Yeah. I mean, I think kids these days, even if they're not extremely well off, they accumulate so many toys, and that's great. Like that's lovely. But at the same time, I think you're never too young to start thinking about being generous and like how you can, you know, maybe share your toys with people that may not have as much as you. And so yeah, it's kind of a book that allows that dialogue to open even with very young kids, because really it's good for kids about 2 to 8, you know. So yeah, but I mean, even at that age, you're never too young to think about generosity and being, you know, that mindset.
Yeah, exactly.
I think so.
I love that. And now you had a special reading too in St. Albert at your elementary school. How did that go?
It was so great. So yeah, I am from Calgary, and I kind of came up here. I'm doing a couple signings. We did one at West Edmonton Mall last night, and we're doing a chapter South Point signing today. 11 to 2. But yeah, while I was up here, I managed to arrange to go back to my old elementary school and read to grade 2 classes there, and it was so great. Like, I don't know, it's kind of a rare thing to be, you know, my age and get to go back to your old elementary school.
It's surreal.
Yeah, it is really surreal, but at the same time, you feel very at home there in a way. Like, you know, you spend like 6 years of your life, and you know, if you grow up in the same school, and yeah, it's a nice feeling. It's kind of like going home again, you know, and yeah. The kids really love the book, and they love the illustrations. They're gorgeous. So
love it.
Yeah.
Well, that's wonderful, Shelley, and we certainly look forward to more in the future.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I am pregnant right now, so I might have a bit of
some inspiration.
I might have a bit of a kid focus going on in the next, you know, 18 years of my life. So.
There you go. Excellent. Well, thank you for coming in. And if you would like to see Shelley, they have the Be That Books publishing. Tina will be there as well. The book signing for Too Many Teddies is today from 11 to 2 at Chapter South Point. For more information, you can give them a call at 780-431-9694 or go to bethatbooks.com.